further reiterate,
Hey guys, 13 the Almighty here.
Corey Salty True Floyd.
Comic Ball's got stuff in his mouth.
More balls. Set yourself up for that one, Chief. It's all right. Sip some water.
You need it.
It's all right. Yeah, the crinkling you hear is a bag of Dipsy Doodles.
The barbecue kind. I like these.
Wise, pay us. There you go.
No.
Shout out to Wise. We're here for y'all. Y'all need us right now.
Speaking of that plug, today we're going to be talking about advertisements because we have a little thing going on this Sunday called the Super Bowl. Huck it, chuck it, FootBall.
And us being from Philly, we want to say, screw the Patriots.
Yeah, I have no love for Boston.
Love.
Except for PAX East. Hey, PAX East.
We'll see you on Boston PAX East. Love y'all.
Other than that, yeah, love there.
Even the Boston markets in Philly had covered up their Boston sign where the tarp says Philly Market. So they know better.
And it's kind of weird, though, because when you go into a Boston market anyway, you realize it's literally just basic food. Yeah. There's nothing special. There's nothing special there.
There's no Boston food inside any Boston. There's not even no Boston baked bean inside any Boston market.
Which is so weird, because, all I know you guys are good for is baked beans, the Wahlbergs, Tom Brady, and
cheating. Because Tom Brady cheating.
Yeah, and whatever affiliation Seth MacFarlane has with you guys.
Went to Boston Market for the first time a few years ago. For the longest time, I thought it was an actual market and not a restaurant.
An actual food market?
Yes.
Bruh.
Everything I know that says market is an actual market.
But the one thing that's almost just as important or is more important than most of the Super Bowls are the actual commercials. And we're not just going to talk about Super Bowl commercials. We're just going to talk about commercials in general. There's some great ones. Yep. There's some terrible ones. Yep. And then there are ones that are just flat out confusing.
And banned.
The banned ones. My goodness.
To me, some of the banned ones. Some of them are the best commercials. Right?
But some of it's just oh, come on. Skittles. Really?
Skittles.
Yeah.
I was going to say them for last, but okay.
We're starting off.
Skittles first.
There's this Skittles commercial where this couple is literally having sex. There's no euphemisms. There's no discretion. They're literally having sex, and when the man climaxes, he literally is climaxing Skittles.
All into his new bra's mouth, face, and body.
This clearly could have worked as an Eric Andre piece on Adult Swim, but somehow this was a actual Skittles commercial where people actually
make it.
I don't know, because now you want to make me look it up. If he made that commercial, it all makes sense. No, let's be honest. It's just like a David Fincher film.
It's like the Old Spice commercials, which she did make.
Well, that's because those are just awesome, and plus, be it Terry Crews or the other dude who's actually from Philadelphia, right. The way they present themselves is what makes it sell.
Clock on for 16 hours!
Hello, ladies. Look at yourself and back to me. Now look at your man. Now back to me.
I am not your man, but he can smell like me.
I love the fact that Sesame Street even parodied that commercial. And then they they parodied that commercial with Grover. It was hilarious. I'm pretty sure kids got it because, let's be honest, Terry Crews is just a big old kid.
He is.
He's a big old muscular baby.
Terry Crews is a huge 5-year-old. He's like Huey, baby Huey from
Baby Huey.
Yeah, Baby
Huey. Terry Crews could easily be the new scary black man if he wanted to, but he chose not to, and I'm okay with that. Except for that one scene in Friday in that movie Gamer where he was the bad guy. Mm-hmm. It was kind of scary, very scary.
I am a boy.
Shout out to Cat Williams. Love his Netflix special. Apparently, he didn't have any problems with the money they gave him.
You just want to start firing shots.
Man, look, I'm a shade caster.
Darkness colors the land.
Are we gonna cover this? We gonna cover this? Get it out of our system.
No.
Let's get off. Let's get. Monique messed up. She did. She messed up.
Look.
She was buried in Hollywood for a couple years. We here now.
No.
No.
I do not want to spend too much time on her because it's already passed. I just wanted to throw that little bit of shade and sip my tea, which is actually vodka.
We could do that,
but
because we're on audio.
But
Netflix, we won't. You can give us anything.
Yeah, Netflix. No, we ain't greedy. You can throw us 10,000. We there, baby. We are right there. Junkies is on the way.
By the way, shout out to our partner Luigi, who's out this week. He's going through a few things. He'll be back on our next podcast. Hopefully, shout out.
We got him in a dungeon drawing things.
He needs the art.
He needs to do the art. So we have a comic book coming out, Land of Blood and Plenty, written by yours truly, and Luigi is doing the artwork for it. I mean, he's out dealing with personal things.
Sugar snaps.
Yep, Luigi. We're gonna start showing some things on our Instagram and Facebook, which is a Mermaid Media, across every platform.
All the platforms.
Because we got that branded done properly.
Speaking of commercials, one of my favorite commercials it's already been online for about 2 days now, but it's definitely gonna air tonight. It's the Doritos Mountain Dew commercial. What? You've got Peter Dinklage advertising for Doritos Spitfire, where he's lip syncing Busta Rhymes' part, "Look at Me Now." It's unbelievable. It's hands down one of the most joyful things you'll ever see. And then on the other side, you have Morgan Freeman lip syncing "Get Your Freak On." Lip syncing "Get Your Freak On," and it's so hilarious because it's like watching your really cool granddad act a fool.
And then they have a second commercial with
Busta Rhymes and Missy hyping them up to do the commercial.
Teaching them how to rap, basically. Busta Rhymes got Peter Dinklage rapping fast. I'm amazing.
I was really impressed by Morgan Freeman doing the whole Peter Pecker pick a piper. Look,
yeah,
Peter Pecker pick a piper.
Yeah, because I'm not about that life.
Yeah, none of us is about to torture ourselves trying to do that.
I paid to see Twister try that.
Right.
That's gonna be insanely fast.
We just go here, and we're just gonna assume that was correct.
Yep.
All right. And I was telling these guys, once upon a time, before every single commercial came out on YouTube first, we used to just have to literally sit and watch the Super Bowl. And one of my favorite commercials, despite the movie being weird, was this Transformers. I know. It was a commercial for Transformers 2. It looked like a Chevy commercial. And it looked like a used car dealership. You got the guy in the really bad suit that doesn't fit, and cheerleaders and streamers, and this guy in a bear suit hits a charger with like a toy hammer. Next you know, Bumblebee, he came up mad, wasn't having that, took the dude in the furry suit, threw him aside, turned back into a Camaro, and was out. I think that was hilarious. Also, I saw on Jurassic World's Lost Kingdom's Instagram, I think they're throwing out a new trailer at some point tonight. So I'm kind of hyped for that because I'm curious. I'm curious where this story is going, because from that first trailer alone, we know there's a volcano eruption on the island, but something tells me all that stuff happens early in the film. I feel like what they're showing us in those clips all happens early in the film.
I had went to my happy place just now, so I had no clue what you're talking about.
All right, okay, happy place. Meanwhile, back at the ranch,
right? You ain't all talk about me.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, one of my I think my all-time favorite movie trailer that ever came out during Super Bowl was for the first Avengers movie.
Yes.
When we saw Tony Stark walking and the armor coming off, that's one of the smoothest.
Yeah, when he lands on top of the building.
Like, he's just walking and it's just... I was like, yo, that's so smooth.
Tony, let's be real. Tony Stark, it's almost always smooth.
Almost.
Yeah,
there's a couple times when he had some fumbles. Remember,
but he
first put on the suit.
But here's the funny thing: he could afford fumbles.
He could afford
fumbles. He could,
or now it's T'Challa with the whole Lexus combination.
Yeah, that you guys are gonna definitely see that one tonight.
So T'Challa
what
and
are we going
Suri.
to see?
Oh, we seen that on the premiere.
Yeah, the day it comes out, the junkies will be in.
We're Thursday. We're in Thursday show, right? Yeah, we Thursday, baby.
Yeah,
Thursday. Oh yeah, we gonna be right there on the scene, Facebook Live, Instagram Live. Yeah, we gonna be out there.
We definitely gonna Instagram Live and Facebook Live the event, but not the movie.
Of course not, because Disney gangster.
Yeah,
we'll come out the theater and like Mickey Mouse is going to just punch me all in my balls, and then Goofy's going to RKO me,
and I'm going to record that and put that on World Star as I beckon slowly into the crowd.
Oh, you fucked into the game.
Oh, salty these.
And that following day, Salty Truth will have the review up for y'all.
That is the plan. That is the plan.
That is the plan.
I'm gonna have some coffee. Set aside.
Kopi Luwak. Yeah, that Kopi Luwak.
I'm Salty Truth, and I like coke. Yay!
I might, but aside from just Super Bowl commercials,
that was a commercial that should have got banned. With y'all two just there.
First off, commercials with me and this guy over here would be like the black. First off, they'd be like the black.
Banned.
Yeah, they'd definitely be banned. Like I feel like Lamont will be like the black rep for Sony, and they'll only let him go so far. Because I'll be like, whoa, look. I know we've said and done some things, but we have limits.
13-year-old Monty by himself is a bastard. And with the combined powers of Salty Truth,
by our powers combined.
Whoa, don't get it twisted. I'm marketable, but if you step out of line and the button's already on record, there's a good chance
they don't get slapped like last night.
That's an inside. That's an insider for you guys out there, because
I just got a question. So
my job has a certain amount of physicality to it, so I will just leave it at that. All right,
you gotta catch Salty Truth on Facebook.
We do a fusion. Are we going to be, the 13th Truth or Almighty Soul?
Look, Luigi, draw that. I'm like, I'm not too sure about that. But you know what? You know what commercials have always had this crazy up and down spiral? Video game commercials.
Video game commercials. Is it up and down spiral?
Yeah, because some of them are good, and then some of them are just
Mighty Number 9.
So weird.
Mighty Number 9, yeah. That was
Mighty
bad.
Number 9 sounded Mighty Number 9 sounded like your parents trying to be cool.
It sounded like Big Hero 6. That's what I thought it was when he talked about it. Before I seen
But Big Hero 6 was enjoyable.
It was.
Mighty Number 9 was not, and the commercial just sounded like they were trying to get you to get your parents to buy it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is just odd.
It was full of
buzzwords.
It was full of buzzwords and like bro talk.
Yeah, I was just like,
it was full of bro talk.
Like there was a whole.
We want to be awesome. This game was awesome. We should get this game.
I was just like, if this was 1998, I would have been all over that, bro.
Yeah. Mom, I need this now.
Now
the actual gameplay of the commercial looked good.
Yeah, but it's until you actually buy the game.
Then you buy the actual game.
And then it's just like, oh, this is from the maker of Mega Man, so why does this play bad?
Could today's game trailers be considered their commercial?
Well, Yeah, I mean,
Cause if that's the case, we have some amazing video game commercials out right now.
I mean, there are some great game trailers. There are also some really terrible game trailers.
Yes.
And not only on top of that, we have terrible product trailers when it comes to video games.
Yep.
Case in point, the weird crying baby thing for PlayStation 3. Oh, yes. I will never forget that. I worked at GameStop. I had to watch that on a constant. Makes no sense whatsoever.
I don't remember that. I think my mom might have blocked it out.
Yeah,
I don't remember it either.
I remember it because it was like watching one of those 90s fragrance commercials. Like, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be deep, but we're talking about a video game.
Right.
And it was like this baby, like this little baby was making all these weird faces and lip quivering, eye twitch, and I was just like, okay, drugs, gotcha.
Like,
special announcement: drugs are bad. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm just like, I don't know what he's on, but they might need to tone it down.
Like, what's the last video game commercial that you've seen? Like, I honestly don't remember any video game commercials lately.
Ironically, the only ones that come on TV, on actual television, are mainly for those mobile games.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that come on television.
And build this and conquer that game.
Video game commercial I watched. It was for a mobile game. I don't remember the last one.
But that further iterates what I'm saying.
It's called the Emoji Movie.
Oh, hold!
Ended up playing Candy Crush all night that night.
Are we just firing shots this podcast?
Well played, sir.
Yes.
That was an eagle clap.
That's
like if we were playing golf, that was a perfect shot, sir. Perfect. that was great.
I tried.
But that was hands down the one of the worst movies of all time. Then on top of that, definitely one of the worst movies of 2017.
Delicious.
Do you think that's why Angry Birds didn't come out? That fire.
Well, no, Angry Birds the movie wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. The problem was that the movie took so long to produce that Angry Birds wasn't
popular.
It wasn't as popular.
Right.
Like it had already peaked.
Right.
But it was fun. The story actually made sense, and it wasn't as pandering as Candy Crush, as Emoji Movie. See, now he's got me calling.
It's literally Candy Crush's movie.
But it was
extras.
I have never seen.
Dude, it's literally.
I don't care to see it.
It smacks you with more advertisements than a Transformers movie.
That's saying.
And that's saying a lot. I'm about to say, Michael Bay sells you beer, lingerie, guns, and the Beats pill, and this is all in one movie.
Yeah, definitely.
All in one movie. Yeah, and mind you, in the same movie, we had a scene where they had to explain the Romeo and Juliet clause. And the sad thing is that movie, I actually enjoyed that movie because the story was the only one that made sense. I'm just waiting for. I was waiting for like bullets and arrows and like because it was the only one. It was the only movie. It was the only movie entire Transformers series that actually had a story that made sense by a small fraction.
I'm trying to think. I don't remember. I really don't remember any video game commercials because usually I'm on my computer a lot, so I just see the trailers online.
But you know what? That still counts though. It still counts as a commercial.
Then the only video game commercials out are the mobile games.
Yeah, even though it doesn't count as a commercial, the stuff we see at E3, those are commercials.
Those are commercials.
Especially that Watch Dogs trailer.
Yeah,
that was they toned that. They dialed that so far back for the game. It's still a good game, but the way they dialed it back was an insult.
There you go.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah, it's a band Sprite commercial.
I remember this
over in Germany.
Yeah,
where the interracial couple is getting.
Oh yeah, now you know they was getting their swirl on.
They're
so
getting swirl on over there where wife is
she's
Mommy,
pleasing.
Why is that lady headbutting that man in the stomach?
Yeah, that's exactly what you know. She's headbutting that man in the stomach, and he sprites all over her face.
And the funny thing is, I just thought about another Sprite. I just thought about another Sprite commercial.
Wait. I wish we had the soundbite for Candy Crush.
Oh god!
Edit that as soon as you see it's just delicious.
I just thought of another. I remember another Sprite commercial. Now, it was like a heat wave. It was hot outside. This dude was literally walking around his apartment, butthole naked. So they only showed the top half.
Right.
He goes to his fridge. He opens the freezer and he pulls out boxer shorts. And then he literally puts them on.
I have
and when
that.
he pulls it up, he goes, ah! And they're like, yeah, it's kind of like that. Sprite.
You know who's had the weirdest commercial?
I have done that in the summertime.
Candy. Skittles always have weird commercials. Starburst always have weird commercials. And you remember 5 Gum?
Yeah.
Snickers has a weird commercial. With
all 5 gums.
Yo, 5 Gum.
This is how it feels.
These dystopian futures. I was like, okay.
Or like Skittles, when it's like,
I can't touch my
Skittles.
The boy with the contagious
like,
Skittles pop.
Is it infectious? And she peels one off, and it's just like.
No, the one that got me was the old man. Everything he touched turned to Skittles.
Oh yeah.
And then the commercial went really dark. He was like, he's like, I touched my grandson, and he turned to Skittles, and it was just like, and this took a really dark turn. It was like,
I'm crying while eating
he
Skittles.
touched his dog. Yeah.
Then he touched the desk, and it was like, shh. I was like, dude, how'd you even get to work?
Like like he's crying.
Like, how'd you open the door of your house?
Eating his grandson. Or the Snickers commercial where the guy put the Snickers in his mouth. The mechanic put the Snickers in his mouth.
And the other mechanic was just looked at it and bit the other end, and they're eating it, and then they kissed.
It turned into what's that movie with the lady
in the Tramp?
Lady in the Tramp. It's like what
yo. And of course, their masculinity was so fragile that they spent like the rest of the commercial doing stupid man things, like drinking motor oil and hitting each other in the stomach and head.
Went the other way around, like it shatters their masculinity. You see the rest of the commercial, they're like holding hands, what?
Sharing Snickers together,
It's nothing wrong with holding another man's hand. There isn't. Just putting out. I'd say don't. Wait a minute. As long as you're happy. As long as you're.
He's saying that because where he works, he can get. As long get jumped.
Not only that, but as long
to the wrong neighborhood, fella.
As long as you're happy and you're not literally interfering with my day, I don't care.
Stay out of. You can be happy. Just stay out of my way.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Oh,
here comes the pain train. Here comes the pain.
Or
I remember a really good commercial. Here was back in the day. I was a Sega Genesis head, and my friends all had Game Boys, but I wanted a Game Gear. And what convinced my mom to get it for me was this Game Gear commercial. So this is retro. I don't know if you remember this, but the kid was literally on the plane next to this dude who had a old Sega Genesis setup, including television, with a extension cord outside of the plane all the way down to his home. And of course, there was a limit on it, and it pulled out, and the dude was just like, the kid was just like, Game Gear, same game, buy this. I don't think they really said all of that part, but I
remember that.
My mom ended up getting me a Game Gear that Christmas. Hi, Mom.
Those was back when game commercials was awesome.
Yo, all right.
Speaking of another weird commercial, remember
go ahead.
Liquid Sand?
Yo, okay, that was a good one. No, remember Nickelodeon Gak?
Yeah, I remember Gak. Yes.
Bruh. I was
barely,
bruh. Yo,
you're reaching right now.
No,
they 20, not even 25.
They had to put a ban on that in my school because we was coming in there. We would literally
smack people.
Crack.
Yep.
Crack.
Yep.
And it was funny because this one teacher was like, "You guys need to grow up." Meanwhile, this man had 10 things of Gak on his desk, and we were just like, Really? He's like he saw us balling ours up. He's like, oh, I'm ready. We're just like, we were like, I respect that. Everybody, put it back. He's got more.
He got more. His name was probably vicious. All
right.
Oh my god, I would love to replay that out. And just like as soon as a first kid throws it, you just.
Now the funny thing is, you may or may not remember what I'm about to say because I know they still run the same commercial no matter what. But I know Comic Boss remembers. Crossfire, crossfire, crossfire.
Yeah.
Yo, a game surrounded by BBs has never been so hardcore. You've been caught at the crossfire. Literally, it's a game where we both have like little small BB guns, and you're trying to shoot these objects to the other side of the board.
Yeah.
I was just like, but the commercial sold the fuck out of it. It was just. You're just like, I don't know what crossfire is, but I need it.
You know what commercials are always fun and exciting? Nerf commercials.
Nerf, yeah.
Yo, Nerf is always out there.
Nerf is always kicking it up.
Yo, shout out to my homie Chris Withers, because now this is becoming a thing. Years ago, about 5 or 6 years ago, Chris was one of the first people I ever heard. He had a Nerf gun event in Philly. People showed up. They did this crazy photo where it's a Mexican standoff. Everyone has a Nerf gun to their head. It was hilarious.
I remember that.
Yes, it's
Chris?
hilarious. Yeah, Chris.
Our photographer, Chris.
Yes, shout out Chris Withers.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I keep telling people he's one of the most interesting people you will ever come across.
The only thing I couldn't get into it because one, Nerf guns are expensive. And
They do get up there.
Nerf darts are like you lose them.
That's it.
That's it. I'd rather have BB.
But the funny thing,
like a month.
but the funny thing is,
But you don't have to worry about finding them.
But the funny thing is, nowadays you can buy darts online, the Nerf darts online at a good rate. Yeah.
It still, for me, I'm sorry, it still can't beat a tub of 10,000 BBs.
Yeah, but the problem is there's a potential for a really bad accident with those.
It's not a potential. It's going to happen. Somebody gets shot in the face with a BB.
Wear sunglasses.
Yeah, all right.
No.
What about the cheek, the nose, the forehead? Like,
You knew what it was.
Hey, Chris.
You came to die,
Chris, if you ever want to put out another Nerf event, you let us know, man. The junkies will definitely help put that on.
I've seen
a big target on 13. Fuck.
That's cute.
Shoot me.
I play way too many games, and I am way too ready. You remember those? What was it? I forget who came out with it, but you like had little beads that you dumped them in water. They would soak up.
Yep.
Oh,
so
yeah.
when they hit anything, they would splat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my cousins had 2 of those.
But they don't hurt. They just...
Oh, no.
Yeah, I must say.
For little kids, they don't hurt. They don't hurt because it was pump action. So you had to pull the thing back for it to launch forward and launch your shot out. So they can't pull that back, and they can't pull it back in rapid succession. He gave me one. He's like, all right, let's shoot. He shot me twice. I was like, all right, that's cute. Pack.
Terrible.
He probably filled his up with like rocks and pebbles.
I use his ammo. Just let him. You learn them young.
Terrible individual.
Yes, I am.
He's terrible like some of these creative minds that get together and say, let's do this as a commercial. This would work.
And the crazy thing is, it's like not just one person decides on these commercials.
It's a team.
Oh, one of my favorites. It was once upon a time there was this black clothing line called FootBawl. So I'm taking.
This guy and Mike laugh.
Black History Month, everybody.
Yeah. But I'm taking you back to the early 2000s, late 90s.
Yeah.
And there was a commercial where these guys were in the bathroom, public bathroom, and they're all wearing FUBU, and they're peeing at the urinals. But the way one guy would be peeing, the other guy walks up. He looks over at the dude. He's looking at his clothes, but it looks like he's staring at the guy's junk. And he's just like, nice, thanks. Then another guy walks in. He looks at the other dude. Looks like he's looking at his junk, but he's looking at his clothes. They're all wearing FUBU. Nice. Then this really husky dude comes in, and he's at another urinal, and they all look at him, and they're just like, nice. Oh my good! Wait, was it FUBU? It was. Yeah, I think it was FUBU. It was either FUBU or Lugs.
I think it was FUBU.
Yeah, it was FUBU. Yeah, because Lugs only did shoes.
Or the crazy every year they commercial get crazy. Doritos.
Yo, like I just brung it up earlier with the Peter Dinklage.
Like the with the mother and the son.
Don't touch my Doritos.
Yeah, don't touch my Doritos. Yeah.
Don't touch my mama.
Doritos and Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
And
remember the one when they had the like it was in everybody's system and they just kept dancing. We did one.
Another one, because the beer is absolutely horrible. Bud Light.
Oh, shout out to was it Bud Light this year with Puerto Rico?
No. Time out. We'll get to that. Hold on. Hold on. I'll burn that bridge when I get there. 1 second.
No, we gotta burn the bridge. It's a good thing.
Time out. The question is, did they actually do it?
I'm pretty sure they had cases of water.
Yeah, for a commercial. Because here's the thing. I feel like Budweiser would have gone out of their. Yes. I feel like Budweiser. All right, there's a commercial that's going to be playing through the Super Bowl of this Budweiser factory manager waking up at like some odd time in the morning. He goes to the factory. He tells the guys to shut down producing beer and just makes cans of water to send to Puerto Rico. It's this nice, heartwarming thing. But my greatest question is, did this really happen?
Did they send those cans of water to Puerto Rico? Yeah,
and that's my thing, because I'm like this. Cool story, bro. I'm not 100% buying it. I don't trust if a company is using their Super Bowl airtime for that. It just seems suspect. It's suspect to me. I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all.
I'm going to do some research on this podcast.
Because they show it like it's going to Puerto Rico, but we haven't actually seen any footage of it being at Puerto Rico. I mean,
sure.
I would like to know. Prove me wrong.
Right.
Yeah. But meanwhile, back to Bud Light. Bud Light puts out these elaborate, crazy, fun, festive commercials every year. One year they're like this guy, Megyn Kelly walks up to this guy at the bar after this Bud Light. Are you down for anything that happens? Sure. Next you know, he gets him a new wardrobe, hangs out with a DJ, and plays tabletop tennis with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And there's another one where a dude ends up playing a real life-size Pac-Man game. I don't understand how Bud Light makes all of this. I guess is the beer cheap?
I think it is.
It has to be cheap because it's a terrible, terrible beer. It's water with some slightly fermented hops. I'm confused. I don't get it. It's not like it's a good drink. It's not.
Social truth alcoholic here.
It's not.
Yeah. Me and 13, we don't drink beer.
I do drink. Last time I had Bud Light, I was on Temple's campus, and they were selling them for $1 a can.
I don't drink beer.
I literally bought 12 of them.
I drink just hard liquor.
And I was fine. That's what I'm just like, I don't get it.
Vodka, whiskey, rum. The good stuff.
I mean, their commercials are awesome.
Yeah, they're commercial. I just find it weird that they so hard for such a terrible product. It vexes me. It vexes me. It really does. It's just like how?
How?
Something about you, girl.
Don't you dare. You know what one of my favorite commercials was when I was a kid?
Well,
remember the Cadbury Bunny?
Yeah, with the line.
Oh, speaking of weird commercials, now 13. It's
Best
okay.
commercial ever.
13. It's okay if you don't remember this one. I'm gonna expect Comic Boss to remember this. Remember Duracell used to run these weird commercials where there was like this world where people operated on batteries.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was like these people operated on batteries, and they had like large batteries on their back.
Yeah,
and they were like, hey, everything's going well, and then Grandma would like kill over, and then she'd have like this other brand battery, and everyone just laughs. I'm like, oh, so Grandma's dead. That's what's up. Buy Duracell.
Yeah, I remember that.
Meanwhile, the Energizer Bunny was just little drummer bunny.
Duracell's commercial now aren't really weird. They're just like these horrible what if scenarios. If you
the Christmas one.
Wrong.
The Christmas one.
We got quiet just now because
Negan.
Somebody just brought us over some clams.
Our great and powerful boss in the shadows.
Sorry for that.
Came through with a snack, and she had to take the Negan tax. Every once in a while, it happens to her. Delicious.
Half this shit belongs to me. No,
these mussels were brought by the ocean.
Quick commercial.
Oh yeah, another great commercial which we actually just saw earlier today. The joke is that Alexa lost her voice.
Oh yeah, that was actually a pretty good commercial.
I think this is probably going to be one of the funniest commercials.
The best parts. I forget her name, but the one that was the girl that was in the tub and she asked to say,
oh, Rebel Wilson.
Yeah, Rebel.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Going off. You're 32 years of age.
You're 32 years of age. How you know how to make a grilled?
The recipe is
grilled
the name.
cheese.
I love Cardi B's because she literally is just. I don't 100% understand what she's rapping about, but I enjoy the fact that Cardi B is just being herself. She
her
like
rap,
it.
Her rap got some substance to it. Like during the commercial, the guy told Alexa to play country music,
and she just started rapping Bodak Yellow. And he was like, "No country music." Then she was just quiet.
Alexa, Bodak Yellow came right back on. So yeah, that was a good one. And Jeff Bezos was in the commercial.
Yeah, and
the
I'm like,
owner of Amazon was in the commercial.
And like Jeff's a recluse. He really is. So the fact the fact that he literally stepped into the light for like a brief moment, that's kind of says a lot.
I'm sorry.
Could you
tied up at the moment? Like,
yeah,
say that soft, smooth voice, just like is he actually tied up?
Rebel Wilson talking that.
She
was talking real soft and sultry at the guy dinner party.
I love Rebel Wilson because she seems like such a lady, and then she just goes straight out the window, and you're just like, well, this is happening. It's like, this is happening. We're at my family's house, and stop talking dirty. Oh, no, she's gonna keep on going.
Reboot.
But
the fact that he said rebut, she was like, I'm gonna wait till y'all leave.
It's too good. It's too good. Oh, remember, I just realized we just sound like 3 black member berries.
What the hell's a member berry?
Remember?
Remember berries, yeah. In South Park, yeah, remember berries, yeah.
Remember when everyone wasn't so sensitive? You remember?
Remember brisk iced tea commercials with the stop motion?
I remember. Remember?
When they had Bruce Lee on
Bruce
there?
Lee.
Yeah, Bruce Lee was on
Rocky.
Yeah.
Hey,
give me a brisk iced tea.
I just need something to drink. Ain't nothing nice gonna save you now.
Yeah, I remember those. Alright, so
oh my God.
Off the commercials. So let's talk about actual football.
I have a tendency to rep where I live, and I'm a Philadelphia boy, so of course I'm gonna chant for the Eagles Nation.
Fuck you, Patriots. Fuck you hard, son.
Yeah,
but we love you, Pats.
No, I really don't. I mean, to be honest, Tom Brady represents everything a hater like me hates. He has a nice haircut. He's successful. He has a supermodel girlfriend. Yo, fuck this dude. like the hater in me is like, yo, fuck this dude.
Years
Harry.
from now, when people are listening to this podcast, and
their brain.
HQ end up having to move to Boston for whatever odd reason, we'll be in a bunker somewhere, safe, recluse.
I'm gonna just be like, yo, I see Tom Brady street. Hey, Tom, fuck you.
Yeah, none of the junkies like Tom Brady. None of us.
It's the Philadelphian in us. We can't help it.
I don't even know who Tom Brady is.
It's just like
football.
It's just like you may not even follow football, but if you know if someone says Dallas Cowboys, you just go, hey, fuck the Cowboys.
Yeah.
It's almost like Tourette's. Not making fun of people with Tourette's, just saying. But it'll just come out. Yo, fuck the Cowboys.
Dallas just don't got shit there for them.
Look, fuck the Cowboys, fuck the Giants, and fuck the Patriots.
Yeah, like it's the Philadelphian. I mean, come on. I mean, first off, I feel like when it comes to football, Philadelphia Eagles have one of the most hardcore fan base in the league, bar none.
The Vikings found out last Saturday.
And the funny thing is, the Vikings and the Raiders have a very dedicated fan base, but Philadelphia fans are always the most hardcore, because if anybody in any local sport does something wrong, we will let them know immediately. I remember back in the early 2000s when the 76ers went to the NBA Finals. With the Lakers. During the halftime show in Philadelphia, we had Destiny's Child. Kelly wore a Sixers jersey. Beyonce and Michelle wore Lakers jerseys. Beyonce and Michelle got booed. They got booed hard.
They got booed off stage.
During the NFC Championship one year, we had Ja Rule and Ashanti during the halftime show. We don't like Ja Rule. Booed Ja Rule, cheered for Ashanti. We're savage.
Even this past Saturday when we played the Vikings, and them assholes think that they're gonna come to Philly and disrespect the Rocky statue by dressing him up in Vikings gear.
And then Vikings fans got butthurt the way they got treated at the stadium. Y'all saw what y'all did to the Rocky statue. You sounded the trumpet of war.
We have such a horrible reputation for being the absolute worst sports fan, and you gonna come to this city and do something as disrespectful as disrespect Rocky? You don't lost your goddamn mind.
Philadelphia is, I think, still the only city in the NFL that has a courthouse inside the sports complex.
When
you commit a crime, you literally go to court before the game is out.
When the Phillies was in the championship versus the Marlins, we pelted the coach grandmother with mustard packets. They threw mustard packets at an old lady.
Yo, we're savage. We're savage.
Philly fans don't care. We are winners.
I'll just say, if we win this, God, play for our city, because the Eagles haven't won a Super Bowl
ever
since the Super Bowl was before it was actually the Super Bowl.
No,
we haven't. The only time
we won a championship before the Super Bowl was actually the Super Bowl. So yeah, technically it's been never. So
it's been 50
and
something odd
years. Ironically, back in 2007, the Philadelphia Soul broke the championshipless streak, and then the Philadelphia Phillies. So now we're waiting for the Eagles, and before I turn 50, maybe the Sixers.
After was it 2016?
Hey, I'm keeping it real.
What after 2016? What was it? A fucking record? How do you lose? Was it like 2-78? Didn't they lose almost every single game?
Hey, look! Failures happen. Look at Detroit.
That's not failure.
No, you don't follow football. No more than 5 years ago, the Detroit Lions had a completely winless season.
Yep.
They didn't win one game.
Sound like the Shanghai Dragons to me.
And the shade gets casted by 13 the Almighty over to the E-League of the Overwatch League. Well played, sir. Well played. Oh, yeah. By the way, I'm not sure why Bud Light's brung this back, but dilly. But seriously, guys,
before we end this,
I wasn't ending it yet.
Okay, go ahead.
But seriously, guys, we brung up a lot of commercials here. What commercials do you remember? Talk about them. So don't forget to send them to us. We love to engage with our fan base, which is slowly growing, and we really do appreciate you guys.
Love you fucking heathens.
I mean, despite our brash language and sometimes our ignorant subtlety, we really do enjoy spending our moment of time with you guys during your drives, your chills, and what have you.
I'm just a very angry, rude individual, but I do fully appreciate the support and love that y'all give us.
All that good stuff. Dilly.
I say. Oh, which reminds me, before we wrap things up, make sure you go to our Facebook page. I'm currently running a poll. The Battle of the Wasteland. I'm putting Mad Max from the Mad Max movie franchise against Tank Girl. Tank Girl has a movie and a stream of comic books. Who would win? Also, one of our upcoming videos, you're actually going to hear me start a new campaign to do a reboot on Tank Girl, because I like Wonder Woman film, but I need my alternative chick. Sorry, it's just me.
Side note, you want to be streaming? Have more of a presence, so feel free to hang out with me. Anytime.
And then
But if you disrespect me, you will find out quick. I'm like Eminem. I'm not going to smile in your face. I'm going to slap the bullshit out of you.
I will be streaming in the not too distant future. So hopefully look out for me as well. I'm an Xbox man, and this man is PlayStation 4. I will say nothing rude against the system. I try my best not to do that.
That's wrong.
All right, see, we can play nice. See.
We can play nice.
We're trying. I'm trying. This is for guys. I think we're just about at. Are we doing 50 minutes? Or are we doing a whole hour?
Around 50 minutes. 50 minutes.
All right. No, because we're getting down to the minutes. And, I just wanted to.
It's
sorry.
the final countdown.
Oh,
all
what?
All right, so
one of my all-time classics. Will you please pass the jelly?
All right, so what's the score for the game tonight?
I am not figuring out scores. I'm not trying to make any gamblers out there try and put their spread.
I'm just waiting to loot if we win.
I will not participate in any of that because me being a black male, I know I can get shot just for being outside.
Being in the crowd.
But the joke is, more likely if we're in a crowd, we might be the few black ones.
Okay.
It's just like, yeah, get that black guy. Which one? Third one to the left. Oh.
All right, y'all. So that's our time. Okay, so how we do this? You go first.
I'm 13, the Almighty.
This guy.
Hey, this is Corey Salters, you Floyd. Jesus, America, Freedom,
this
Eagle.
Is Comic Boss, and then you do your exit outro, the things that we're supposed to do. We love you, motherfuckers.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Please and thank you. Have a
download.
Download.
Not YouTube. Download.
Ooh, yeah, you got to download.
You got to download.
Snap it to a Slim Jim. We almost forgot that commercial.
Ooh, yeah. It's about to get real.
When the cocaine and Slim Jims are all in my system.